Well, good morning. It is March 1st, and I'm not wearing any pants because they are wet. Yes, sir. I am wearing nothing but my boxers and my leaf bag rain skirt. My pants are attached to the back of my pack. We're expecting some more rain today, so we're just going to deal with it. Right now, the only wet things I'm wearing are a pair of socks and my boots. So, it's just another day on the trail. And now I'm going to have to wake up in the morning and start figuring out math because, I can't just say it's the... February doesn't have 29 days, so now I'm going to have to be like, okay, well, 28 plus 1 in March. Okay, yeah, it's the 29th day. But we're doing 12 miles today. Trey wants to do like 20 just so he can get out of the Smokies and get to a hostel and dry his stuff off and get warm. But I'm like, we got this, come on. And if I would have needed to do a 20, I would have had to start way early in the morning. So whether or not he gets a wild hair and runs forward to get to the hostel, I'm only doing 12. Okay, it is a little after 12. I just finished the 3 ups for the day. Got a lot of downhill, and then 1 more up, and the shelter for tonight. Cody or Cosby? Cosby. Yeah, I think that's it. Anyways, when I was stopped for my break at Tri-Corner Knob Shelter, I had a ranger. That was the first time I seen a ranger. For the Smokies. I was in the shelter signing the little logbook saying I just stopped for water and a break. And then he walked to the shelter and evidently saw my pack sitting outside. And he goes, "Hello." And I'm like, "Oh, hey." And then I hear his walkie-talkie radio start making all sorts of dispatch noise and beeping and clicking and popping. Came back out, started getting water. He's asking where I'm coming from today, where I'm planning on going. And I told him. Came from the last shelter back. Pecks something or another. Going to the next shelter down the road. Couldn't think of the name. And he's like, "Cosby?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's it." I'm bad with names before I eat. I'm bad with numbers before I eat. I guess I'm just bad before I eat. But anyways, he was telling me that I should probably, in my best interest, stay at that shelter. And this was like 11:30 in the morning, before noon. Because he says dispatch has recommended him get off the trail, find shelter, because there's rain and a lot of wind coming in this evening. And I said, okay, well, all my stuff that's going to get wet is already wet. And he's like, well, you gotta watch the wind for those widow makers. And I said, oh, well, that's okay, I'm not married. As a joke, I don't think he got it. Most people don't get my sense of humor. But need to get out of the Smokies because my permit is only good till tomorrow, and I want to play by the rules. It hasn't really rained much today. It took a couple drizzles, and I stopped and put my pack cover on. You do stream. Put my pack cover on, and then the drizzle stopped. Every so often I get about like 30 seconds of drizzly rain, but then it stops. So yeah, the wind might be a factor, but I'm just gonna keep moving. I got 3 layers on top right now and barely 1 layer on the bottom. My shoes being wet has not been a factor for me today. They're just a little squishy. In fact, the outsides of my shoes have started to dry off, although the insides are still very much wet. Where did I get a text from? Okay, I just got a text saying one of your fans is getting me to make her lightsabers for trekking poles. I don't know who this number is. That might be my... Oh, I know who that is. Yeah. Remember the school teacher? The high school teacher from back home? We've done a lot of cosplay, dressing up at anime conventions, performing in skits. We had a good run. We won some craftsmanship awards and some, performance awards. But real life happened, and the group kind of broke up, went all their different ways. But she has that Etsy site, Humanities Studio, on Etsy, and she just made a comment in one of my videos that said that Target Katahdin decal logo that she designed up for me, she's gonna go ahead and put that as a normal thing, because she's been getting a lot of calls and messages for that decal. So that's awesome. Seriously, if y'all want to target Katahdin as well, rock it. I mean, I just thought it would be a nice decal and a logo to have on some of my belongings. A conversation starter, you know. Because that's where I'm at. I'm targeting Katahdin. But yeah, so that's gonna be pretty interesting. Lightsaber trekking poles. I wonder if they're just painted up like lightsabers, or are they actually gonna light up? She's got a very great imagination, you know. She can imagine something happening. She can put it together. Me and her has worked on a bunch of projects where she tried to make something out of craft foam and clay, and you know, then it wouldn't hold up, or it broke real easily. So then she'd come to me, and I'd end up making it out of wood and metal. And then it'd be too heavy. So she'd go back and make it out of like balsa wood and model magic, and be like, bam, third time's a charm. But nah. So I need to put a link to her Etsy in the I guess the comments, or the more information section there. But if you go to etsy.com, etsy.com, and search for Humanities Studio, HUMANITEASESTUDIO, Humanities Studio. I have to write it in there. She's got a lot of different things, and if you want something designed, just send her an email, get in touch with her. She'll draw up a rough sketch and send it back to you and say, is this good? And then once you okay it, she'll produce. But yeah, this is what the AT is looking like right now. Yeah, this little stretch of trail that we're doing today is above 6,000 feet. So this will be the last time for a while before we're actually up this high again. Look at the little town down there. But you climb up, you climb down, and then you climb up again, and you climb down again. And that's how you hike the Appalachian Trail. Oh, and random thought of the day before, you know, it gets too far away and becomes irrelevant. Gatlinburg did not burn down to the ground. Yes, there was some fire damage. But I remember last year looking at the Weather Channel and Facebook, and I mean, it just looked like the end of the world, you know, for Gatlinburg. But it is alive, it is well, it still has its big touristy feel. I filmed a little bit of it the other day when we was driving through it. So if you are needing to stop and resupply halfway through the Smokies, Gatlinburg is still a good option. And even this early as we were in the season, I don't know if you saw how many vehicles were up at Newfound Gap. So, pretty easy place for vehicles to get in and out of the Smokies. And I'm sure if you're a through hiker and you ask nicely enough, you can find somebody that'll ride you down the mountain to Gatlinburg, because they're going that way anyways. So yeah, just wanted to add that little point in there before I forgot to mention it. Well, I found some sunlight. Ever wonder how the Smokies got their name? Who wants to go down the creepy dark tunnel first? I mean, it's a green tunnel, but it still looks kind of creepy.